This tutorial is for Tapestry Overlay Mosaic Crochet. I've created this little chart and a little pattern today to show you how to do the tapestry in Mosaic Crochet in the round pattern. The tapestry colours will run with every detailed colour, so I have indicated where you need to carry the second colour along only on the detailed colour rounds. Then you've got your big corners and everything's explained there. Further on, this is how I show my tapestry in the written pattern in blue. So I'll indicate that it's a tapestry round, and then you'll do the detail colour, the normal detail colour, and then you'll do the tapestry colour, which is highlighted in blue and boxed. So that's how I write my tapestry crochet patterns. So we're going to be going through all these 11 rounds today just to show you how to carry the yarn. Carrying the yarn is a technique that I do. So there's no ends to sew in at the back and none of that. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do this little pattern today. So let's say you've just finished a round. This is just a template that I've used to get to the point where I'm going to show you the tapestry. Let's say you've just finished the previous round and now you're going to switch colours for your next round, but your next round is a tapestry round. So there's this one and you need your other tapestry colour too. So you need to grab both colours, pull them both through and pull the yarn a little bit tight. This is the technique I use so the back looks neat. Now what I'm going to do now for the secure stitch, I'm just getting the brown because that's the colour I'm going to be using first. So you've connected the pink now. So this, with this little pattern, the first stitches, the first corner is going to be a big corner. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to find that corner chain, which you can see it's quite big because I've practiced on it. It's there. And then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through again and stop. Then we're going to put in front lots of ends. In front we're going to put the tapestry colour and the colour that we used on the last row. Just put it in front and then slip. And then do your chain one because it's a big corner. Then you can move those out of the way for a second and then go back in for to finish your big corner, and then we're going to sort out these ends. So that's your big corner done. So now we can get rid of the ends, this is the really fiddly bit about this technique, is making sure that your ends are out of the way and in order. I like to keep mine in order as you'll get into a complete mess. So I'll put that out of the way. So the pattern says now another double crochet. So we just use the brown and do another double crochet because this is the first crochet of the first stitch of the round. If it's a double crochet, it goes back into that corner chain. So that's that. Unravel these a bit. What I like to do is put the tapestry colour at the back and my detail colour at the front. So now we're going to do 10 single crochet. So this is now carrying the pink. So you put the pink over and then you just do your normal crochet stitches. We need to do 10, so I'm carrying the pink, 3, 4, 5, 6. This yarn isn't the best, but it was the only Aran yarn I had. 7, 8, 9. Just count that again now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And the 10th one, with the 10th one, the one after that is going to be tapestry. So with the 10th one, you go in and then you finish it with the pink, because for the next stitch it's going to be tapestry. You're going to do 5 single crochet. So now you're going to carry the brown. So we're going to do 5 single crochet, but the 5th one you need to switch back to the brown. So we're carrying the brown and we're using the pink. That's 3, that's 4, and this 5th one we're going to go in, we're going to stop, we're going to change back to the brown. So on top of the stitch it looks pink, but it's going to look brown for the next stitch, which is great. And that's a double crochet. So we're going to do a double crochet into the corner chain, because the first and last stitch, if it's a double crochet, it always goes into the corner chain. There, that's your last stitch of the round. And then we're going to do a big corner. So back into the same stitch and do a double crochet. Splitting, it's splitting. Right, we'll start that again. We're not carrying the pink now, we're going to pick that up with the next round. Right, let's do this big corner, which is a double crochet, chain 1, back into the same stitch for a double crochet, and that's your big corner done. And the first stitch is a double crochet, which I should do. And then you can pick the pink back up now, because they're not double crochet stitches. And then you're going to do 10 single crochet carrying the pink. Now, when you come to your next round, you're going to be picking this up so it's not loose on the back. So make sure it's not too tight. And when you're switching colours from the pink to the brown, make sure those stitches aren't too tight either. So I'll carry on around and I'll meet you back at the end. Right, I'm at the end, or back to the beginning, and I've done 4 single crochet. So I'm on my 5th one of the tapestry, carrying the brown, and then you change back to the brown to finish off that single crochet. And then the last stitch of the round is a double crochet, so that goes into the corner chain of that corner, and then you're finished. So now, as with all my centre out patterns, we take the hook off the loop, we put the hook into the first double crochet that we did, both loops, then we grab that yarn, pull it a little bit so it's not too loose, and we pull it through to the back. So that's that finished. Now we want the background colour, which for me is this creamy white. So we pull the brown a little bit tight, This is the technique I do, pulling it over the front and then slipping it through just the brown, because it makes the back a bit neater, which I shall show you. So it's a normal corner for your first corner. I'm going to sort all these balls out in a minute. Normal corner. We need the pink as well here. Yes, fiddly, but you'll get used to it as it goes along. So normal corner, your corner chain stitch is that one there. So we want the back loop of it to go through, and we're going to carry the tapestry colour and the brown, both detail colours really, and pull through. And then as it's a normal corner, we chain one, and then we're going to go back in to finish. Now we're going to move that brown out of the way, and we want both colours out of the way. So we just now going to finish off that corner with a single crochet. So that's the corner done. Now you can sort out all your yarns. That one can move. We want the white and the brown can move. So they're out of the way now. So we can carry on with the round. So the round says 2 single crochet. Now you can carry the yarn from the pink from the previous round, because it was a double crochet. We left the pink yarn dangling, so we can pick that up for these 2 single crochet. I've got it there, look. Pull it through, make it quite loose, because them stitches want to pull down and you don't want your work to be squished in certain places. Now we're doing 6 double crochet, so this is just following the pattern on. I go through both loops with all my patterns for a double crochet. You don't have to, it's just a technique that I do because I don't want too many gaps in my work. I found that I've got a lot of gaps in my work, so basically I go through both of these, and I don't get any gaps with it now. So I'm just going to do these 6 single crochet, double crochet stitches. That's 4, 5. I live next to an allotment and you can hear the cockerels and chickens, and it's wonderful. So you'll hear that on the video. 6 single crochet, 1 single crochet. This is quite a normal, easy round. 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 double crochet, and then 7 single crochet. 1, 2. You don't have to carry anything here because it's all there's no loose ends on the back yet, but we will get to that. 4, 5. Now for these double crochet, you're going to have that pink yarn to pick up, unless you want it dangling at the back. So you pick that up for this double crochet, make it quite loose. You've got another double crochet there, make it quite loose, and then it's going to be a normal corner. So we're carrying again the pink for a single crochet, chain 1, back in, carrying the pink for a single crochet, and then the pattern says 2 single crochet, which you know are these ones. So we're carrying the pink at the back, 1, 2, and then it'll be the 6 double crochet. So I'll meet you back at the beginning or the end to finish off. So I'm back to the last stitch, which I've done, and for the 7 single crochet, and I'm going to put my hook into both loops of the first single crochet that I did of the round, because it was a normal corner. Grab that loop, pull it a little bit and pull it through to the back. Right, now you need your brown, just your brown for now, and then grab your white, pull it over the front. This is what I do to try and make the back a bit neater. There, so you've got your colours. That pink, I've cut it a bit short, I shouldn't have done that. Right, so this round is a tapestry round and it's a normal corner. So you're using your brown and you find your chain stitch from the previous round. So there's 3 stitches there. It's a bit difficult to tell, but that was a single crochet, that was a single crochet, and that one in the middle there is the chain stitch. Move this little bit out of the way. I've cut that too short, I shouldn't have done that. So we're going to the back loop of that chain stitch. You've got lots of yarn that you're playing around with, and but it gets easier as you're going along, as I always say. So you've done your single crochet for your corner, chain 1. Now the white goes out the way and you're carrying the pink back into that stitch for a single crochet, and that's your corner. So the white now can go, and we're just using the brown and the pink. So the first stitch is a single crochet, so we're carrying the pink, single crochet, but I always do this. Then the stitch after that is a tapestry colour stitch. So we'll start that again, because this is a mistake I make lots, and you will too, through the tapestry. So it's a single crochet for your first stitch, but then it changes to tapestry, so we need to change to the pink to finish that stitch. Now we're going to carry the brown and do 5 single crochet in the pink, but the last of the 5 we've got to change back to the brown. So that's 2, 3, 4, that's the 5th. So we're changing to the brown, and now we can carry on with the pattern. It says 3 single crochet, carrying the pink now. You're just switching from one to the other. 3 single crochet, and then it's 1 double crochet with the brown. I go into both loops. You don't have to, it makes no difference with the pattern. I just prefer. So that pink's still there, and then 2 single crochet, and then we're going to tapestry. So the second one that we do, we're going to change to the pink. There, that's the second one. Switch to the pink, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the pink. I like how I don't know whether it's just this technique or what, but it's really good that you can't see anything other than the colours that you want. So it's a single crochet, a double crochet, and then another single crochet. We're a bit tangled now, I'm going to untangle those. Carrying the brown for all your single crochet stitches, and then 3 double crochet. So we skip a stitch, now it's 3 double crochet stitches just with the pink. The brown can get in the way, but just try your best to move it out the way. 2, oh, I nearly lost my ball. 3. That's your 3 double crochet, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet and then change back to your brown. So single crochet, change back, there to your brown, and then you're just going to do 2 single crochet in the brown, and then it's your corner. I'm quite tangled now, so I'm going to have to untangle. Normal corner, so you're carrying the pink, single crochet, chain 1, back in, single crochet, and then you carry on the same. I'll carry on and then I'll meet you back at the beginning or the end. So I'm back. So we're going to finish off this round. I've done the 3 double crochet. This is the last single crochet of Tapestry, so I'll change to the brown, carry the pink, and I'm going to do the last 2 single crochet. So that's 1. This last one is always tricky. It's actually, if you bend your work, it's actually at the front there. You can see this is always the single crochet of the last stitch of the round is always bent over the front of your work, so just make sure you get that correct without it splitting and being too awkward. It is a bit, the yarn splitting there. There's the single crochet, that's the last one of the round. So I pulled the hook off the loop, and they are my corner stitches that I started with, the single crochet, chain, single crochet. So it's this last one here that you go into both loops, grab that loop, pull it a little bit and pull it through to the back. Lovely. So now we want the cream or white back into the situation. So I grab it, pull it through, get the brown, pull it over the front and slip. So that's that done. So now we're starting with a big corner and then 2 double crochet. We're going to move these other colours out the way in a minute, but we're going to carry them. I'm going to show you just for the corner stitch. So you find your corner from the previous round, corner chain from 2 rounds below, should I say. They're my 3 stitches of my corner chain. That was a single crochet, that was a single crochet. So this stitch here is my chain stitch. Only go into the front loop of that chain stitch. Yarn over, start your double crochet and stop halfway through, because these 2 we're going to put over the front to finish that double crochet. So now these are all tangled, but you just need to untangle as you go along, and then we can move these out of the way to carry on with the round. So I'll get my white or cream, move these out the way, there. Now we can carry on with this. So you pull them a little bit. So we do a chain, they will move, and then back into the same stitch for your big corner, the same front of the chain stitch. So that's your double corner gone. You won't see them in a minute. So we're going to do 2 more double crochet, and with my patterns, if the first stitch is a double crochet, it always goes into that same corner chain. If you can get it in without too many problems, there. So that's the first double crochet done. The second one, because I'm doing it a bit tight, there. That's the second one. And then it's 5 single crochet, 3 double crochet. So these are the 5 single crochet. This is just the start of your little flower or cherry or whatever you want to call it. There's nothing to carry at the back here yet. You only have to carry at the back when it's double crochet stitches for the background round. 3 double crochet, you'll have to practice with this technique. That's what this video is for, really, to practice and get it right. So that's basically, they've covered up either side of this tapestry, little tapestry part. 3 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 double crochet. Now, some people would, because there's bound to be a little bit there, because it was a double crochet, there'll be a little stitch there that was loose at the back. But for me, just over 1 double crochet, I don't bother picking up the loop at the back. Now it's 7 single crochet, 1, 2, again, you're going to have a little bit there, but for me that's not enough to pick up. 3. Now you've got 3 together, so you will be picking up the colour at the back here. Can you see? It's there, so I'm picking this up for the single crochets behind the double crochets. Make them a bit looser, because if you make them tight it can pull your work down. 2, 4, 6, 7. You're not picking anything up with that one because it's a single crochet. Now 3 double crochet, so it's this one. I do have another tutorial for general centre out patterns, if you want more knowledge of just general centre out patterns. That's on my channel. The 3rd double crochet goes into the corner chain, which if you move, you generally have to move things out of the way to find your corner chains, but it's that stitch there, just the front loop of it. Don't go into the whole thing, as it'll cause a big hole in your corner. So that's the 3rd double crochet. Now we're going to do big corner, so back into the same corner chain for your big corner. Chain 1, big corner, and then your first stitch is a double crochet, so back into the same stitch. That little corner chain holds 4 stitches, and then you carry on with your 2nd double crochet as stated in the pattern. And then you do your single crochets as I did. So that's what I've done. It's now showing just the tapestry parts. Lovely. So I'll see you at the beginning or the end. So I'm back to the end and I've done my 3 double crochet stitches. So I like to try and straighten my projects out and give them a little tug here and there as I'm going along. Then hopefully you'll avoid having to block them, but I always have to block my centre out patterns. I don't know, it must be my tension. Right, so you're going to take the hook off the loop, find the first stitch that you did, which was this double crochet stitch, go into both loops, pull that yarn, give it a little tug, not too tight, pull through to the back. Now it is a tapestry round, so we're going to grab the brown because that's the main colour that we're using, pull the white, pull it over to the front and slip. So now it's a normal corner. I'm going to switch all these yarns in a minute. So get the brown, normal corner into the corner chain, So there was your corner, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. That middle stitch there is your chain stitch, so you want the back loop of that, and you're going to carry the other 2 yarns just for this stitch for your single crochet. Chain 1, this is a normal corner. We're going to put the white away, back into the same stitch with just the pink, because that's what you're carrying throughout this round. So now we can untangle and put out of the way the white, because we're not using that again at the moment. We need the tapestry colours back. So now we're going to do 2 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet of the tapestry. So we don't have to carry anything here apart from the pink. So we do 1, the second single crochet we're going to change to the tapestry colour, because the next stitch is a tapestry single crochet. There you go, carrying the brown. Now we switch from pink to brown. Now we're going to do 3 double crochet. So brown out the way, because we'll carry that with the next round. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. Not the best yarn again. Single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. So the single crochet, we carry the brown now, not too tight. A double crochet here, and then the single crochet, but the stitch after that is normal colour, so we're going to switch back to the brown, and then we're going to do 2 more single crochet carrying the pink. 1, 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet, and then 2 single crochet, but the second single crochet we switch back to the pink. So we're carrying the pink, single crochet, the second one we change back to the pink, then we're doing a double crochet. So just forget that brown for the minute. Double crochet, a single crochet, which you can pick the brown back up now, single crochet. Then we're doing 5 double crochet with the pink. Now I'm quite tangled now, so I'm going to do a bit of untangling to be able to do, whoops, sorry about that. There, right. Five double crochet, and the last double crochet we have to switch back to the brown. So I'll show you how to do that, because I haven't showed you that before. If the last stitch of the tapestry is a double crochet, then you go straight to the other colour for a single crochet, because it can be a bit tricky. That's 4. So this is the one. We go in, we do the double crochet, we do it halfway and we stop. Then we bring the brown, the other tapestry colour, through to finish off that. Then we're going to do single crochet. It can be hard to see because your other pink's there, but then you do a single crochet or back loop and you've switched back without it looking too bad. So we're doing 4 single crochet, carrying the pink, 2, 3, 4, and then it's a normal corner. So back loop of that chain for a single crochet, chain 1, and back in, carrying the pink at all times for a single crochet. there, and then carry on the other side. So that was switching from a double crochet to a single crochet, and it makes it all look quite neat. So these ones will pick up on the next round. So I'll see you at the end of this round.